Here is Overload, and he's having his second post-track ride. Overload is by Corfu, who I'm not really that familiar with, although I do have to say I love the name. But Corfu is a Malibu Moon line, and so of course Malibu Moons are known for being super sporty and athletic and thriving in eventing. And on the bottom, he's out of a Perfect Soul mare, which is the Sadler's Well line. So just really nicely bred horse, and especially for a sport horse career now that to follow up his racing career. So he sticks a little bit over 16 hands. He's a 6 year old. He ran 28 times. So actually, for a 6 year old, that's not that much actually. And he made $100,000 on the track. He just ran on June 3rd, so he's about 2 weeks since his last career start. And actually, yesterday he got his feet done. This is another one who I've been waiting for the farrier on. It kind of felt like the whole barn was waiting on something for the past week, which just sort of makes me stir crazy and antsy and drives me up a wall. So I'm so glad that now we can, press play on some of these guys and continue on. But so he just got done and changed into a steel half set up front, and he's barefoot behind now. So I wasn't sure how he would feel today behind because it's ground's hard as a rock. We just pulled off his hind shoes, so it would be totally understandable for him to come out a little bit sore today. But actually, he felt fine, and I think he looks great in the video. I will say though, where I did feel it, I did not feel any soreness in the trot. He felt a little bit sore in the canter to me today, just having compared that to how effortless and just sort of breezy as Canter felt on his first post-track ride when he still had the hind shoes on. Today, I thought he felt a little sore behind in the canter. So we didn't do a lot of cantering today. It really wasn't necessary. And I'm sure that that will improve now over the next couple of days. Although we're in such an unbelievable drought. It feels like we're in Texas. It just has not rained in what feels like forever. The ground is so hard, it's awful, but he's being a trooper, and I'm sure that he'll be just fine. So Overload is really just your absolutely easy going guy. I mean, he is just so simple. I would like to get him. I'm still playing around with bits on him. I think next time out, I'm going to go with my Titanium Baby Fulmer, which is like a loose ring, full cheek snaffle combo, probably in the figure eight, and see how he feels about that. So I'm still playing around with the bitting a little bit on him. I'd like to get him a little bit rounder. But, it's not, he just simply doesn't understand that quite yet. And so he certainly gives me moments where he's kind of round, but he's just not quite sure yet where to go with that. He's not against the contact at all. Like, obviously, we're having a conversation. He's perfectly fine. He's not upset or anxious about it. He's just still trying to figure out how we navigate this, and he's being really good about it. He's a lovely mover. He really is just sort of effortless, very free through his shoulders. I just think he travels really nicely across the ground. He has such a great head. I think his head has tons of personality. He has tons of personality. He's a very sweet horse, wants to hang out with humans, wants to hang out with other horses, super friendly, absolutely loves treats. So just a big kind of goofy personality on him on the ground. To ride though, he's just all class. He's very professional. We're still working on like the super basic things. Like for him, it's the left shoulder. So he wants to be a little heavy on the left shoulder. So when we're tracking to the left, I'm thinking about, getting some left flexion, holding up that inside shoulder. When we're traveling to the right, I'm thinking about staying straight and really keeping that outside shoulder in check. And so with these guys, when they're right off the track and they're so green, they always want to lean a little bit at the gate, sort of equally in both directions, and that's really normal. And that just improves as you get more rides on them and they get straighter and stronger, more understanding of the aids. He'll start working on a little bit of moving off the leg, and that will help a lot. And all these things just sort of tick along. But for him, he's just so basic. I mean, there's just absolutely nothing about him that's dramatic or he just wants to be a good guy, and he is. He just seems like, every day I think this is the same horse. He never really changes, and that's on the ground and from what I've seen in the tack. He just wants to be like a super trooper, and I think he's going to make a really nice event horse. He doesn't seem like the type of horse to me that's going to be easily rattled by anything, and I think he'll be a really lovely amateur's horse, amateur packer type horse, I should say. And also, he should be quite competitive because he's such a lovely mover. I don't know what it was today. All these guys, him and Wiz, he didn't have as much time off as Wiz, but he had 3 or 4 days off while we were waiting for the farrier. And both of them, I'm thinking, oh, I would totally understand if they came out a little bit up and fresh. But no, both of them were the exact opposite of up and fresh. I mean, I was just kicking and kicking and kicking the whole time. It's so comical. People, these racehorses are so misunderstood. That was quite a good right canter transition. So he was making me feel a little mean because I mean, he just felt so lazy. And I did insist that he cantered for a minute, but I mean, it's not like I'm riding him for a long time. I think this total ride was like maybe 15 minutes, but we'll see. I'm gonna ride both of them again tomorrow. We'll see if they can find some energy reserves. Oh, what I should mention is this right here. Oh my goodness, that was so ridiculous. The wind today was crazy. I was really hoping that because it was so windy, it meant we were going to get some storms, but we didn't get any storms, so still just a complete desert. But the wind was epic today. And when I was riding him right there, obviously we were in the canter, and this like wall, this tornado of sand came across the ring towards us, and I closed my eyes. I'm assuming he closed his eyes too, and he broke to the trot, which was totally understandable. And he just totally ignored it. I mean, other than just slowing down and breaking to the trot, he just totally ignored this wall of sand that just came right at us. It was actually, he is remarkable. What a good boy. He's just such a solid citizen.